They just came to my mind. A new video from the channel that I just mentioned earlier today about the new Madrid frost line is about to go off any second now, which means the rapture is really happening. Let's see. So she further confirms that the U.S. will break into pieces, little pieces. It's like a glass shattered. Okay, so and the things that came to my mind is how people argue with one another about the scriptures. So even though I haven't finished the whole Bible, I just finished some of the books. I haven't finished the whole Bible. But the reason I don't want to finish, I haven't had time, first of all, because each book I try to figure out what's the hidden meanings. Not necessarily hidden, it's just because of the way God gives out messages. All the messages are very cryptic. It's like the technology that, those stupid fallen angels say, encryption. So it's cryptic, it's encrypted. You need to read, but at the same time, you need to understand the, what's that called? Metaphor behind each sentence, each word. You cannot only just read the words and get the meaning on the surface level. If you only read the Bible, read the scriptures, and understand by the surface level, then you are wrong, and you will never get the true meaning behind the messages that God has for us. It is so cryptic that you need to use the past, the stories of the past, and of course the books of Enoch, and also the information that the Satan and fallen angels have portrayed in movies, TV series. Why I say that? Because they were in heaven and they had the information, they had the instructions and knowledge from God. So that's why the things that they used against God is the very thing that God created. So that's why they can never succeed, because why they're so stupid that they're using the knowledge from God to go against God. They can never win, because the knowledge is from God. They can never understand the true meaning behind every single thing except God. So they, even though they have the knowledge, but they can never have fully access the real, true manifestation, the meaning of every single knowledge. Anyway, so like let's say for example, people argue that only we can never know the day or the time of the rapture, right? They keep arguing. But from my understanding, I've been following a couple of Bible scholars. They truly Bible scholars because they don't read just understand the surface level. They use the cryptic knowledge to understand the scripture and every single word. They have the knowledge of the ancient, what's that called? Ancient languages, not only Hebrew, and the culture at that period of time. At the same time, they have the knowledge of the occult science, which is from Satan and fallen angels. Not from them, but like what I'm saying. They've been using those knowledge because that's the knowledge from God that they only know. They don't know anything else, right? They cannot create. They're not a creator. So they can only have the knowledge from God. So they technically giving out, telling us, the knowledge of from God that we don't know. Only the light beings in heavens they know, right? So, so there are three groups of people that Mark communicating to one group of people, and I think Mark, Luke, and then the other one, the third one, I forgot who. So there are three groups of people. Mark, one group, Luke, one group, the other one. I need to figure out whom. I forgot. So for the end time. So the one group is about the lukewarm church, not church. The church. This word I think is for. It's new. Is back then we don't have church, right? This I will only use followers. Okay, I don't want to use church because the church. This word I think is created to by the demons, fallen angels, to mislead the people and have them fall into religious. Was changed into religions, right? In different religions, they got changed into individual religion when they pick. So I use followers. So the first group of follower is the lukewarm. They like half and half. They serve two masters, right? And then the second group is the true bride, right? True followers, right? They only serve God. They reject Satan. So thus they've been suffering it on earth, like follow Jesus' footsteps and suffer and have all the spiritual warfare pretty much like at maximum level at all times. But right now it's just get to an insane level because we are at the point of rapture. The third group is the Satan's followers. Okay, so there are three groups. So the two groups, they don't know the day of the time of the rapture. They don't know the day of the time of the tribulation. They don't know what's going on at all the whole freaking time. They don't know the end times. They don't know tribulation. They don't know great tribulation. They don't know the end of the world. So there are two groups, right? The singing followers and the lukewarm half and half, right? And then the third group, which is true followers, they know the day and the time. They know what's going on. They know the rapture is at any moment now, and we are at the end of the tribulation. We are going into great tribulation. Once the rapture happens, the great tribulation begins, and this is right this moment. That's why right now, for the past few days, have been so quiet. I think it's because of this. If my intuition is accurate. Anyway, this is the very topic that people keep arguing with each other. They thought the Bible only communicates with one group of people, but technically it's not. Basically, it is not. Okay, and the second argument is. They keep focusing on U.S. They think that U.S. rule the world. They think like the whole world only have U.S. So they keep thinking that the U.S. Is the Antichrist, right? Like, I don't know. Like, there are two groups of people. One is Obama. The other one is Trump. So they keep arguing with each other, and they think that the whole world only has U.S. Okay, I don't understand why they keep thinking like the Antichrist is from U.S. There's no way it's from U.S. because the U.S. is going to be judged, and the land is going to break into pieces. It will become only a couple of islands and nothing else, and the rest of the land will be sunk into the deep ocean. Okay, and U.S. is not the center of the universe. Come on, for God's sake, and is not the center of the end times. U.S. is not the center of the end times. U.S. is the catalyst of going into the end times from after the Roman Empire. So U.S. is just a medium to corrupt the whole world and trigger the end times. So, like I said, if you study the Bible and understand the history, the Babylon, and the ancestor of Babylon is, if you watched my videos, is Assyrian, and the leader was Osiris, right? It's the green creature, and his wife is Semiramis. I believe it's Sophia, but anyway. So at that time, Semiramis was the false prophet, and Osiris was the Antichrist to rule the one world. And they only have one world, one language, and religion. It's only one religion, but like a lot of allegories, a lot of different stories. And at that time, it's a ancestor of Babylonian. And why they have the pyramids and tombs in Egypt is because for the end times, what's from the beginning, it will be at the end. So if you know the beginning, you will know the end. That is the meaning of that. they will bring all the fallen angels, break them loose from prisons, and all the offsprings, the Lebanons uh, that are dead, they will bring them back into life, and all the demons will break loose from the fourth dimension and coming here to the third dimension. And so the Antichrist is a hybrid, and it's not human, and so he is, I can say his sexuality, like a lot of people say, oh, he's Obama because he's gay and he's, and if the Trump people thinking Trump is the Antichrist, they said like, oh, yeah, because Trump is a female, so he, of course, he's not interested in women. But anyway, the fallen angels' offspring, they either gay or lesbian anyway, and only a few of them maintain their real gender. The rest of them are already inverted, right? So that's not an argument. Like every single of them are inverted anyway. It's inverted. So that's no way to. It's nonsense to argue that Obama is gay and Trump is a woman. Every single of them is inverted anyway, right? So the point is they will bring the true powerful rulers back to life. If you're welcome. So it's not like they all are, what's that called, clone from the ancestor. Not only Trump, not only Obama, they all are. So I think it's not a surprise at all. Only I think people that many of them, they don't know, so they think that, oh my God, it's only Trump. Oh my God, it's only Obama. But if you study the whole 1%, they are clones. Because they are the offsprings anyway. So as they will animate Osiris again, and so I believe what the beginning is the end, right? So I think the false prophet is a woman, because Semiramis was a false prophet. She created the one religion. So at the end times, right now, false prophet could be a woman. And the Antichrist is Osiris, back to life again, because he is the original ruler before, after the flood. So that is the second thing that I want to clarify from the Bible, because it says 7 kings, right? 7 kings is 7 kingdom. 7 kingdom is Assyrian, Babylonian, Greek, Roman, Persia. What else? I forgot. Egypt, Babylonian, Egypt. Yeah, and then right now, coming the 7th. They just focus on US. That I don't understand why people only focus on US. Maybe because the YouTubers they are from US, so they think that the significant US is like very important in the world, you know. Anyway, so okay, so that's that, and okay, regarding the rapture, so that's just came to my mind because I think we had so far we had three raptures. The first one is the Noah's flood. The second one is Israelites Exodus, and the third one is when Jesus died and all the dead rise from the earth and went to heaven with Jesus. So that's the third one, right? So at the end times right now, again, it's the same thing. Three raptures. The first one is coming up anytime right now is saints. Then the second rapture is during the Great Tribulation. And the third group, it will be the end of the Armageddon, the leftover, if they luckily they have not that at that time and they follow God finally. Okay. So three groups. That is exactly what I think. Okay, it's Matthew, Luke, and Mark. Three groups. They communicate to these three groups of people. And three raptures. It's coincide with the beginning of, right? We had three raptures so far. The end times it will be the same, and that's what I want to point it out right now.